Hey everybody, it's early morning again. We're back in Gatlinburg. I'm not trying to bore you all by going to the same spots over and over. I was actually supposed to be in North Carolina this weekend, but they're calling for way too many thunderstorms over there this weekend. And my wife and I just decided that it wasn't worth the time or money to go over there. So they're actually calling for thunderstorms here in a few hours again. But I wanted to try to squeeze in a couple hours fishing anyways, just because I am wanting to get a new Euro rod, and I'm wanting a Thomas&Thomas rod. There's nothing wrong with my Moonshine Vesper. It's a great rod, works just fine. Just wanting to upgrade a little bit. But my buddy actually has a couple of Thomas&Thomas rods. He's got the original Contact in 10-foot 2-inch 2-weight. And he's got the new Contact 2 in 10-foot 3-weight. And he was kind enough to loan me the rods for the weekend. Told me to bring them out, try them out, make sure it's one I wanted, because, you know, they're not cheap rods. So, yeah, I've got these rods out here. Hopefully going to catch some big old fat Gatlinburg stalkers on them, test these things out. I'm going to start out with the original Contact in 10-foot 2-inch 2-weight. So, let's see how this goes. Okay, so I know it's early, lighting's not very good yet. I'll try to lighten it up whenever I go back and edit, but it'll get better. It's already getting lighter. Gonna try to keep my cast low. I don't want to get in these tree limbs up here. But one thing I can already tell you about these rods is they feel so good in your hand. Super lightweight, super balanced. First cast with Thomas&Thomas. Start out here close to me. There's a fish, it felt like. Take a few feet upstream here. So I believe this 2-weight model is the one that I'm leaning more towards getting anyways. So that's why I'm starting out with it. I fish a 3-weight almost all the time, and I have a 10-foot 2-weight, but that's the one that I'm mostly looking to upgrade. So I'm really interested in seeing how this 10-foot 2-weight really does throughout the day, especially if we can get in some good sized fish. They're definitely not hitting every cast like they was the last time I started out here, making me work for them this morning. Water's just a little bit off color. It's not bad. It's actually just about how you want it. Whoa. They almost flew into my line. That'd have been a mess. Alright, so I can actually see a pretty good fish. He's laying right over there. There's like a little rock shelf that drops off, and he's laying right below it. I'm gonna see if I can make a cast to him, see if I can get him to eat something. He moved on my flies, but he didn't eat. It's actually moved out here towards the middle of the run, a little bit closer to me now. It looks like a good fish. There he is. Yeah, he's a nice one. I wasn't even watching my sider. Oh my gosh, he just came off. Oh, I wasn't even watching my sider. I was just watching him. I saw him flash to the side just a little bit, and I knew he took one of my flies. Oh, I don't even know which fly he was on. I just checked them and everything, and they're fine. Tippet's fine. He just literally just came off. Oh, he was a really nice fish. I hope y'all could see him whenever he was running upstream. Oh, I hate that fish came off. It's the first one I've hooked this morning. But you win some, you lose some. See if we can get another one to hit. There's the one. Oh my gosh. Oh, I lost him too. What is going on? Apparently I can hook them, but I can't keep them on. It's alright, we're just getting warmed up. I don't know if I'm not getting good hook sets on them, what it is. We're gonna figure it out. We're gonna get some fish in the net. There's one. That looks like a good one. Let's see if I can actually get this one in the net. Oh yeah, it's a nice fish. Come on, back down my way, buddy. I'll let you go. I just want to look at you for a minute. I just saw another big one jump up out of the water upstream from me. Oh my goodness, I can't keep a fish on. Alright, so I'm back at the spot that I started at daylight this morning. Hopefully these fish have had a little bit of time to calm down in here, especially that big one I hooked. Hopefully nobody's already came through and turned him into fish sticks. But my plan is to fish this hole again with a 10-foot 2 weight. Put that rod up, get the new Contact 2 10-foot 3 weight out. Go to a few more spots, try it out. So let's see. Okay, so just like before, I can actually see a pretty nice fish laying right here in the middle of this run. He's not hitting what I'm throwing at him. I'm gonna change flies and see if I can get him to strike. Be back in just a second. Okay, so I have changed flies. I went to an egg pattern and I'm gonna see if I can get him to take it. If he doesn't take it, then I know more than likely he's being selective. He's probably been fished hard this morning, and I'll go to something like small and natural, kind of like you saw in my tying video last night. Alright, so he's not taking it, so I'm going to change to something smaller and more natural colored and see if I can get him to eat. Alright, so I have changed to a small size 18 natural colored pheasant tail. It's the same one that you saw me tying my video last night. I'm going to see if I can't get him to eat this. It has no flash on it, no nothing, just super small and natural. See what happens. Had a strike. I don't know if it was him or a creek chub. Oh, nope, there he is. on the small pheasant tail. What'd I tell you? These fish are pressured. Go to something small and natural if you can't get them to bite. Oh, that's a pretty good one. Whew. Thank you. Dang, I'm glad I got him in the net. I needed this fish this morning. Starting to get discouraged. I don't know if y'all can see that little pheasant tail in his mouth there. That's all it took. Get him unhooked here. Well, didn't get a good release shot of him. He flopped out of my hand, but at least I got the fish. See if I can get another one. Okay, so didn't get another fish to hit out of this spot. I'm gonna walk up here to the truck. We're gonna put this 2-weight up. I'm gonna get the new Contact 2 10-foot 3-weight out, and hopefully go hit another spot or two and try that rod out for a little while. Stick around. All right, so now I have out the Contact 2 10-foot 3-weight, and I can already tell you right now, I really like the feel of this rod. I mean, there's not a whole lot of difference between the Contact and the Contact 2, just small stuff here and there, but there's something about this one that I can just tell I like the feel of it a lot better. And I'm not talking about between the 2-weight and the 3-weight, I'm just talking about the models, the Contact and the Contact 2. But we're gonna see what we can do with this one here. This is actually the spot where in my last video I had this bear walk across in front of me. I was standing right here in the water, and the bear walked right across the top of this bank and behind these trees, and then came out again right here. I mean, he wasn't 25-30 yards from me, and I never even knew he was there until my sister and her boyfriend was watching the video, and they were like, "Hey, you got a bear in your video. Go back and look." So yeah, I thought that was kind of cool in a way. I mean, I prefer to know if they're around me if they're there, but I mean, you know, as long as they don't bother me, whatever, is what it is. There's one. Didn't even know he hit. I went to pick up to cast and had a fish on. All right, so This is not even a stock trout. This is actually a little wild trout. And I'm running 2 nymphs now. I'm running the mop on the bottom and that small pheasant tail that I caught the last fish on top. And this little wild fish come up and actually ate the little pheasant tail. It's a pretty little fish. There you go, buddy. So I actually got one on here. Wasn't really expecting to hook one that quick. That's why I wasn't recording yet. That's another fish on the pheasant tail. He's not big, but I'll take him the way this morning's gone so far. Okay, so far I feel like I like the contact 2 better as far as the rod goes. There's one. I mean, oh, nope. Quick release. As far as the rod goes, I like the contact 2 better. I'm not talking about the 2-weight, 3-weight. I'm just talking about the actual rod itself. It feels a little different to me than that original contact does. I like it. I think I like the 2-weight better than the 3-weight. Not saying that this 3-weight is not sensitive, because it most definitely is. I feel like I was just getting a little bit more sensitivity with the 2-weight, which makes sense. I mean, you would expect that. But so far, that's just my general impressions and opinions on it. I feel like with the 2-weight, I was feeling stuff with it that I'm not feeling on this 3-weight as good. There's one. Feels like a decent fish. Come on, buddy. Yeah, he's a pretty good fish. He was on the size 14 waltz worm. That is actually the other fly that I showed in my tying video last night. Nice looking fish. I mean, like, I want to make note on it again. Just like I said in my fly tying video from last night, if you feel like you're not getting the strikes that you should be getting, downsize your flies, go to natural drab colors, no flasher color hot spots or anything, and usually you will see an increase in your strikes as long as you're still making good drifts and getting down in your depth. I feel like ever since I've changed over to that pheasant tail and a waltz, well then, you know, I've significantly noticed an increase in fish. I'm glad I'm getting them in the net finally too. I mean, I would have liked to have got the others in the net, and I would apologize for not having more fish on camera so far this morning, but can you really apologize for losing fish? I mean, that's just one of those things that happens. I don't like to lose 3 in a row like that, but it happens. So, you know, you can't really apologize for that. There's a big rock right out in front of me, right here in the middle, and it gets deep right on the other side of it. So I'm just trying to drift these flies right on the other side of that rock through this deep part. Alright guys, we're gonna get out of here. It's starting to get on up in the morning pretty good. Turned out to be a fairly productive morning. Nothing like a couple of weeks ago, but caught a few fish, lost a couple of good ones. But the main thing I wanted to do this morning was test out these 2 rods, and I felt like I really got to fish both of them pretty good. And I appreciate my buddy for letting me bring these rods out with me this weekend. Both of them's just really nice, super light, sensitive. They feel really good while you're fishing with them, fighting in fish. But again, like I said, also this video kind of ties in along with my time video from last night. You know, I lost a couple of good fish early in the morning, and then after that I was struggling to get bites. Decided to downsize my flies, go to more natural drab colors, little natural pheasant tail, plain waltz worm, and was able to pull in a few more fish. So just remember those tips, and I'll try to get this video out as soon as I can. But I appreciate you watching. Thanks.